G'day everybody, it's Monday, June 13th. I think that means I've been out here for like 2 weeks. Anyway, the noon report. The current wind is like 7.5 knots, west-northwest. Boat speed's doing about 5. Now, what that means, the last 24 hours we did 98 nautical miles, which that's good. That's very good. And that puts us 94 miles to the outer marker of Chesapeake Bay. So we got less than 100 to go, which that's kind of cool, I think. The events. It was a bitch of a night. At 20:45 last night, there was 0 wind. At 23:50, it came in at 18 to 20 knots. It was very rolly. Then at 0300 this morning, a squall hit, and I obviously reduced sail area significantly, and the squall, what I saw, it was about 26 knots coming in. That lasted about, I think, an hour. Then, no, about 45 minutes. And then at 3:45, another squall came in, and I put an extra reef in the main. That lasted about 15 minutes, and we're up 25 plus. Finally got back to bed just after 4 a.m. Then at 5 a.m, it came in at 28 knots again. I put at 5 o'clock this morning, I put a third reef in the main. Nearly lost the winch handle, but everything was okay. At 0800 this morning, the breeze started to drop. It was quite pleasant at 15 knots. I figured I got into the Gulf Stream about 8 o'clock this morning, because the water temperature went up significantly, and it's now 28 degrees Celsius. So now I got full kit up. I had to repair the staysail again. We're up. I changed the chart card to the US card, so I know where to go. And that's about all I can think of. Sorry for the thing. It's been a very long morning. And now the wind's dropping again, so I've got to sort that out. All right, cheers everybody, and I wonder where we'll be this time tomorrow. Who knows? G'day everybody, it's Tuesday, June 14th. The position at noon, that gives us a log for the last 24 hours of 72 nautical miles. That's obviously as the crow flies, rather than actual coverage because of all sorts of things. That actually puts us 30 nautical miles from Chesapeake Bay. So, quite looking forward to that actually. Currently the wind's 10 knots, west-southwest. The boat's going about 4.5 knots. I will show you, and I'll do it the old-fashioned way. That's what I'm kind of sailing into, if you can see the dark clouds, which, yeah, not surprised. The events for the last 24 hours, it was a pretty reasonable night, although sometime after midnight I got up, and I noticed a few ships around, and so rather than having a nice 3-hour nap, I've dropped it down to 45 minutes because obviously the ship traffic's getting more. Took a shower and dinner last night was the last of the lasagna. After 2 weeks it tasted good, but the edges were a little rough. Let me put it that way. And of course I had my last breakfast at sea this morning, which was bacon and eggs. Hopefully that is, I can get in this afternoon. I should be hitting the outer buoys by about 5 o'clock, which doesn't thrill me. I would have liked to have been there in the morning, but you know, is what it is. I'm not going to stop and turn around. So. And hopefully I can get cell phone reception in about another 5 mile, because that'll put us 25 mile out, and hopefully I can get it. So cheers everybody, have a good one. G'day everybody. I'm currently in the Delaware Boatworks, or in the clubhouse, and yeah, there happens to be an Aussie flag behind me. Something I didn't record due to the weather conditions. As I was approaching Chesapeake Bay, I had 3 storms come through, which was like 25 knot plus winds, and coming from the direction I wanted to go. So it was pretty challenging. I ended up getting into Chesapeake Bay at about 2100 hours, and then when I got in there, the lights for all the channels and following that was pretty tiring, because the last nap that I had was like 4 a.m. That morning, and then we go to 9 o'clock at night. So I decided to head for a bay that was relatively close, and it's called Mobjack Bay, and I got there at 1 a.m. in the morning and dropped the anchor and went to sleep. But there's a short video on that. But I just wanted to give you that update. Cheers. G'day, it's I think Wednesday morning. This is where I anchored at Mobjack Bay on the western side of the Chesapeake. Really quiet, really nice. Some dolphins greeted me when I got in at 1 o'clock this morning, and then they came and greeted me again as I was leaving, saying, welcome, and then come in this morning, okay, piss off. Anyway, more news later. Well, this is Chesapeake Bay at its finest. Not a breath of wind. So I'm motor sailing, which I hate, but that's okay. Anyway, catch you later. G'day everyone. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.